Albania is emptying, and we're here to find out why, because other countries say they're being overloaded with migrants that they don't want. 40% of the population has left since the end of communism here, blaming unemployment, poverty and corruption. They're looking for new opportunities, not all of them legal.
All the young people have gone to England. They come in there for no reason. They come in there and they go into sell drugs and ended up in prison.
Businesses in the poorest corner of Europe say they get little help.
Tash nga po nisi nga qeveria shqiptare, sot e 30 vite asnjë ndihmë nuk ka pas nga qeveria shqiptare.
And the desperation is clear for those prepared to pay for a journey across Europe and to make a dangerous boat crossing to the United Kingdom.
Këta ja kanë bërë shumë jo tjeve, po vetes më mirë bëjmë ushqim për peshqit se sa të bëjmë ushqim për këta që janë qeveri.
Mom knows the best. It's the best for her child. I'm sorry.
Welcome to Beyond Borders. There is a lesson to be learned at this school, and the head teacher is learning it. The exodus is ruining his country.
Shumë prej trive që janë këtu akoma nuk po tentojnë të krijojnë familje të reja, dhe ata që krijojnë familje të reja marrin rrugën e emërgjimit, duke lënë të varfër të braktisë këtë.
Nerim Palucci sees it as his job to persuade the young to stay. Right now, he's failing, and will be back to find out why. But for the moment, we head to the hills, close to the Kosovo border, to Kukes County, the poorest part of Albania. They've spent millions on a road from the capital Tirana, 150 kilometres away, but haven't managed to finish a bridge into the city. Work has pretty much stopped. Old factories are derelict, and in 30 years half the population has emigrated. Gazman Koldashi sells dried plants and says he's lost 20 of his 30 pickers in the last year, although some still do make the dangerous daily trek across the pass on top of Mount Jalitsa with baskets of sage leaves, blueberries, hazel and elderflower for him to promote as medicines, perfumes and infusions.
Fantastic. Let's go in. You do show us.
For the inexperienced, there are a few unexpected dangers.
Yeah, be careful.
Please tell me about this and where it's going.
Na trego çfarë është ajo? Dhe ku shkon?
Kjo është tërfili kush. Anglisht thuaj shok se di.
Roses, dried rose.
Red rose.
Yeah.
Po paketohet edhe po bëhet gati për eksportuesit e mëdhenj që shkon në Angli, në Amerikë.
But it's not for eating, it's for perfume and things.
Parfum.
Yeah?
Parfume dhe kozmetik.
Yes. And you're bagging it up, yeah?
Yeah.
This is so light, isn't it?
Yes.
There's a lot of it.
10 kilogram.
10 kilos.
They use birch leaves for detox treatments abroad.
Yesterday up in the mountains near here we saw some of this being picked. It is the season, obviously, and 120 tons of that go through this business every year, making round about €250,000.
The UK is providing grants to stop Albanians joining those crossing the Channel to England. With that investment and more deportations, numbers reaching the UK in 2023 have fallen. He's thankful for the interest, but needs more help right now.
Edhe nga shoqata angleze që kanë Kukës për të ndihmu popullin e Kukësit të djemt të ri, e të reja të Kukësit për mos ta lënë vendin e vet, për mos të emigru, ne na ofroi shoqata një panajër në Itali. Ne jemi shumë hapa mbrapa me përkrajen dhe ndihmën. Alternativat atyre është drejt largimit. Dhe vendet e Evropës ako të gjenë një zgjidhje. Se po se patën këtu agrokultura e bimëve që nuk kanë shumë mund bimë të egra, që në mbledhje spontane, që kaq vite si prindrit atyre, si këto, deri më sot, edhe kanë arrit një pagë minimale për ta mbajtur familjen. Edhe sot është sikur i humb shpresat, edhe kur s'ka rrugë zgjidhje, s'ka rrugë dalje, se ne po ta kemi qeverinë në formën më të mirë për mbështetjen, që të japë për shembull kredit buta, për shembull deri $1 milion kredit buta, edhe mund të përballojmë gjatë gjithë vitit për shembull, ose 2 viteve që janë seri për të ruajtur stok produktet edhe të rinjt mos largohen.
The British Embassy said in a statement that the $11 million 4-year project is aimed at deterring illegal migration to the UK by small boats, by helping to create jobs and support investment in the north of Albania. But still, they do leave. Further south from Kukes, we find a school designed for 250 pupils. It now has 14.
Jo vetëm unë, po të gjithë kolegët, gjithë mësues e hasim këtë problem me fëmijët. Dhe nuk është se nuk bëjmë një përpjekje vërtet të fortë me to. Kërkojmë edhe mbështetje prindrish. Po shpeshherë prindrit dalin jashtë nga pamundësia ekonomike, na lënë pak a shumë vetëm në këtë luftë. Dhe ne bëjmë këtë pjesë, por jemi të pafuqishëm për ta ndryshuar opinionin e tyre. Pse se janë dalë do faktor tjerë, kryesisht faktori ekonomik që i ka detyruar këta fëmijë të kësaj mohe. Dhe ne na vjen jashtëzakonisht keq, është dram.
They now use just one classroom in the entire building.
Shumë prej trive që janë këtu akoma nuk po tentojnë të krijojnë familje të reja, dhe ata që krijojnë familje të re marrin rrugën e emërgjimit, duke lënë të varfër të braktisën këtë. Dhe gjithçka është ndërtuar deri tani në këto zona, parashikohet që shumë shpejt të braktisën ose të shkojnë dam, në kuptimin e plot fjalës të shkojnë dam me investimi i brezave tonë.
And then we hear of the difficulties facing a textile factory owner who makes work clothes for the military and emergency services.
Fakti që një pjesë e popullsisë po emigron, atëherë na vjen vështirësi se nuk po arrim të kemi prurje të reja si punëtor pa eksperiencë, po ashtu edhe me eksperiencë. Atëherë kostoja për formimin profesional të një punëtori të ri, themi nga zero, është €500 në muaj. Dhe normalisht për një punëtor të ri, i cili nuk ka asnjë farë eksperiencë, ne na duhen 6 muaj për që të mësohet dhe të ecin për krahat tjerëve. Por kjo plagë që po kap Shqipërinë dhe një pjesë të mirë të themi edhe gati gjithë globit, është një plagë që do të çojë në shkatrimin e disa prodhimeve shqiptare made in Albania.
Yet there are those who believe this country has a bright future, that leaving is the easy option. After years in Italy, Adrian Minga came back to run a restaurant and guest house.
Thank you.
Jo, të tjerë të politikë të rrugë. Po kur kemi emigruar neve ka qenë 30 vjet përpara. Ka qenë shumë shpejt kur Shqipëria ishte komplet e degraduar. E dinë të gjithë, jo se unë nuk e dua Shqipërinë. Erdhi kushtet, erdhën edhe zgjuar. Na largoi sistemi, nuk na largoi Shqipëria. Esperiența na ndihmoi, pam çfarë bësh. Shqipëria ishte shumë
But my question is, how do they do the same thing without going abroad? How can they stay here and become as good as him?
Po si mund ta bëjnë këta të tjerët pa i qenë nevojë që
Shiko, të tjerët nuk kanë nevojë pse do të hapin restorante. Se jo çdo kush mund të hapë restorante ose qoftë të bëj punë të hapi një biznes. E rëndësishme është që të vinë të punojnë. Kjo ka rëndësi.
So how do you persuade people to want to stay here?
Në Shqipëri nuk ka pse largohesh, duhet të punosh këtu dhe rrogat janë goxha të mira. Shqipëria po ecë goxha përpara dhe është më se mjaftueshme për punor në Shqipëri. Ka bashkë duhet po i serojnë njerëz. Me një profesion pune edhe këtu. Edhe këtu punohesh ushqesh.
And so back to the Albania-Kosovo border, the small town of Shishtevets, where 400 of the 800 people that lived here have gone.
They are doing a little bit of work here, but according to those who somehow measure these things, this is the poorest corner in the whole of Europe. And of those ready to answer questions about that, 1/3 said they wanted to get out, to leave, to emigrate. Of those, 2/3 said they wanted to go to the United Kingdom.
Una normal se ka ra tash, ma më shumë sakrifica, po nuk del me këtë mira me gjona tjera, për shembull lloj bakti, ndonjë punë tjetër.
Why is everybody leaving?
I gjithë se dikush jam herë mendja këtu, nga bezdis me punën, dikush I nga halli se s'ka çat bën këtu. Po për ato si ka nevojë pak të punoj, jeton këtu.
And why have you stayed?
Kam qëndruar se stash jam martu fëmijë, më detyrojnë hallë të tjera. E ne kam betu.
Would you take the risk to go with your wife and children to get into Europe or into the United Kingdom? Would you take that risk?
Po shtash nga që se kemi provu, nuk e dim se çfarë është atje, po besoj se pa punu s'ka askund. Edhe atje po të shkosh do të punosh shumë sakrifica, po edhe këtu ka sakrifica shumë mëdha. Po shtash normal sa çik vonë, po të mësoj gjuhën e dash, do jena shumë bie më poshtë. Me pa qenë Madrid ndoshta kishim ik.
Thank you. Very nice to see you. Good luck.
But before we move on, time perhaps to rewind a little
They are making
to a chance conversation with the young man you see in red here as we start filming our sequence and who simply wanted to talk to me. The kind of person that restaurateur Adrian might have been referring to when he said so many went in search of an easy life in the UK. Because Alfred became part of what a UK court heard was an Albanian Deliveroo for drugs call centre, making the gang potentially $5 million a year, feeding the cocaine habit of an affluent English town. They spelled out his name in £20 notes. The easy life became prison life. 2,500 kilometres away from the jail, we have a curious, disjointed encounter.
Tell me about the gangs. Who was in the gangs?
All friends and stuff, you know what I mean? We was friends.
All Albanians?
All Albanians, yeah. We got sentenced 63 years altogether.
Wow, and then they deported you?
Yeah, I got deported.
But you said you wanted to stay?
I was gonna stay, but I decided to come back because I've got a wife there and she's English.
So you've had to leave her behind?
Yeah, I'm married. She comes to visit me, like a couple of times. We've been there.
Children?
No children.
But tell me, what are your prospects here? What are your chances of finding work? At the moment, you're helping to demolish a house. But
yeah,
you can get out of here. If
yeah, I'm doing with my dad, and I work with my dad now.
But would you stay in Albania if you had a chance to go elsewhere?
Yeah, I will stay here because all the young people have gone to England. They come in there for no reason. They come in there and they go into sell drugs and end up in prison. Where I was in Maidstone in Camden prison. There were all Albanians there. I couldn't see no other people.
But why do they get in trouble when they leave here?
They get in trouble because obviously here is these dangerous, you know what I'm trying to say, it's dangerous place where they live here.
Here?
Yes.
It seems very quiet.
Yeah, it's quiet, but in the daytime it's quiet, but you know, like some people they fight and stuff, you know.
But
they'll go and kill each other and stuff.
Here, in this region?
Not here, but, you know, in different cities and that.
Yeah.
So that's why they have to leave.
But why did you go to England?
Why I gone to England when I was 16 years old.
Why?
Because family issues. Yeah.
What were they?
I can't tell you, but I had family issues there. You know.
But why did you choose England?
England, I went to Germany, and then they didn't keep me there, so yeah, I decided to go there.
And how did you get into England?
In a lorry.
In the back of a lorry?
On the back of the lorry, yeah.
It's a dangerous thing to do.
But I had no other things, so I had to leave.
You've got to stay here now.
Yeah.
What does that do to your head?
Nothing. Here I feel like 100% better than in London.
Escape, and in some cases return, is the way for some Albanians in a town still showing signs of its communist past. And with old men who remember times under the dictator Enver Hoxha when no one could leave, and who now talk of their sons and daughters living abroad.
Në Angli apo këtu?
Në Angli,
In England, yes.
Në Angli.
Long live England.
London.
Who will take care of them if there are no young people left? We are strong, they say. We can take care of ourselves.
My name's David. Very nice to meet you too.
Next to the Kosovo border, there's an afternoon out for members of a local youth project. They're trying to give local young people activities that might make them more appreciative of where they live and therefore less likely to leave.
One aspect that worries me is that we have come to a point that quite a lot of our family members in Kukes region, they're not here. Okay? So there are many families who almost half of their family members, close family members, they live in other countries. So probably the scale now it goes and toward this aspect of, okay, I'll join them because most of them are there, and that's a huge risk that we need to focus on. And there is the other trend that people who come from migration, not all of them, some of them, they come with like fancy cars, they look attractive to young people, and they think that it's easy to go and make a lot of money and then do this and that, which is not the case. So it is kind of complicated. But I know that a lot of young people, if you go and talk to them, they'll say, you know, we'll take it easy. We'll go to school, we finish university, we'll explore what the opportunities are here, and then of course look for things abroad.
I finished my, let's say, a semester in France with Erasmus+, and then I decided to come back here and to give my all contribute here for my family, for my all, let's say, friends and communities.
I believe that Albania, or even Kukes, is an amazing place, and I think it's very beautiful here, but when the opportunities or our ends or our needs are not met, then I understand why they would leave. But yeah, it does upset me a little. Right now, I don't think I would leave because I like school, I like where I live, I feel like I'm good here. But honestly, if things don't change, I feel like when I grow up, I might go for school abroad and not stay here.
I will go maybe to live in USA. The lifestyle isn't that quite impressive here. The job is very hard to find. The education system is not that really good. So I'm thinking to leave this.
Economically, they are doing better, and they are helping their families here, which is a good reason to actually leave, because everyone is fighting for a better life. No one leaves for fun. Personally, I would stay here. Yes. Even after university, for university or anything, I would stay here because in my family we were raised to the, let's say, the culture that to stay in our place and to contribute for our place.
Yet the desire to go is making Valbona LSI determined to now try to reach England after being deported from Germany. Her daughter is distraught at the idea.
Tell me about life in Germany, because I don't know how old you were when you got there, but was it good?
Yes, it was very good. I was at my third grade in class, and my mother said, we're going, and I was like, okay. First, I was a little bit sad, but when we went there, it was amazing. Like, the place, everything, the people, it was everything wonderful. Like, I don't know. I wish I could stay a lot more than here. Like, it's so beautiful.
Why was it so much better than Albania?
The school, like the school is more better. It's like the quality of school is better, and people were more socialized with us, and the economical part was more better than here in Kukes.
So you come back to Albania, your own country.
Yes.
What did it feel like?
Well, it feels good because here are all my parents, my grandparents, my uncles, my cousin here are here there, but you know, I didn't want to come here because maybe there I could have a better life.
So now you're here and your mother's talking about leaving again. What does that mean to you?
Now, to be honest, I don't want to go because I have my school here and I'm it's going perfect, everything, but how she wish, if she said we go, we go.
And why do you think that would be a good decision by her?
Because, Mom knows the best. It's the best for her child. I'm sorry.
I think I get it. You think she knows best, but that would make you sad if you had to leave.
A little bit. Sorry, I get so...
But tell me about leaving. Perhaps you might get more opportunities somewhere else, but what do you lose if you go away again?
I don't know. I lose my school, maybe. I'll miss this place if we go, but I know that we will come back again to make it better, a better living here. If we go, then we come back here with more money, economical, and we can make a better life here.
Valbona thinks she'll be able to lose herself in the UK among the thousands of illegals who've never been caught. She'd get a loan, she says, for the journey from Albanians living in the United Kingdom. No one from Kukes has ever been returned, she says, and any chance is better than trying to get a fair deal in her own country.
Nuk kisha çfarë të humbisja më, sepse thash kemi aplikuar për kredi, për shembull të marr kredi, të marr shtëpi, të marr ose banesat sociale që u shpërndan Kukes, por çdo gjë është kundrejt një shumë të hollash, si thoni korrupsion, ose të kesh një mik të fortë në pushtet që të ndihmojë për çdo gjë. Ama në mënyrë të rregullt asgjë nuk bëhet.
If you try it, would you be prepared to go in one of those small boats that go across the channel, put yourselves in the back of a lorry, risk the lives of all of your family? Is it worth that?
Këta ja kanë bërë dhe shumë, jo tjeve, po vetes më mirë bëjmë ushqim për peshqit se sa të bëjmë ushqim për këta që janë qeveri.
It is better to become food for fishes rather than food for these guys who run the country now.
What do you think?
I don't think for the moment.
Britain is paying convicted Albanian migrants to go home, putting as much as $2,000 on prepaid cash cards as they leave. More than 1,000 were sent back under this deal between May of 2022 and May of the next year, some reportedly saying that as soon as they get home, they'll try once again to reach England. Despite a crackdown, social media posts still make a dangerous journey seem like a holiday, meaning a bigger issue may be the undetected, who are lent money to make the trip, then forced to work either in drugs or prostitution to repay their debt. How those in charge approach that problem is a matter not just for foreign governments, but for those with a future, either here or somewhere else altogether. In our next Albanian Beyond Borders, the gang attack that led to the country's interior minister being sacked. And the TV station sprayed with Kalashnikovs from a passing car, and the security guard who was killed in the attack. All this while the country promotes itself as the next must-visit tourist destination. Thanks for watching.